What's going on, Port fans? Welcome back to another video on the channel. Today we're going to be previewing round 14, Port Adelaide versus Sydney at the Adelaide Oval this Saturday afternoon at 1:15 p.m. It's going to be an absolutely perfect day for footy, 18 degrees and sunny. And I'm very much looking forward to this one because I am eager to see how we stand up against a Swans outfit that's going to be having some reinforcements come in this week. And after the loss to Richmond last Thursday night, there's been a lot of soul searching and a lot of question marks over this Port Adelaide outfit that there has been already in season 2022. And with Sydney coming off the bye, there's every chance that they'll come back fresh and looking for a big scalp, especially beating Melbourne just the week prior. So a lot of things have to go right for Port to win this week. And let's get straight into this one and preview this week's game. One of the key things about this week's game is selection. I feel like that's going to be where this game is won or lost for Port Adelaide, and the key decision whether or not to play a ruckman against a Swans outfit that's going to have some key pillars come back into the side, most notably Tom Hickey looking likely to come back in. So there is a chance that we bring in a ruckman. I don't think it'll be Sam Hayes either. I think it'll be Bryn Teakle, who's the young kid we got in the mid-season draft. And he looked very likely and very well driven and a good prospect against Centrals on the weekend, with the Maggies getting the job done by 3 goals. And most notably, his performance was one that stood out, along with Mitch Georgiadis as well. Xavier Dersma and Jackson Mead putting their hand up for selection too. And with a lot of key players not looking at their greatest at the moment, I think a selection shake-up is warranted for Port Adelaide this week, and against the Swans outfit that's going to be young, that's going to have pace. We're going to have to bring that pace and bring the fight, because obviously our defensive work through the middle of the ground isn't holding up. Defensively down back, we're holding up pretty well. Again, we're only conceding 77 points in a game, which is great, but it's obviously the attacking style that we're not playing that good of at the moment, and we're ranked mid-table for majority of the stats in attacking. Defensively, we're still sitting pretty sound in the top 8, which is where you want to be as a defensive team. But if you want to be defensive, you've got to be attacking too. And I think these are the things we'll be focusing on this week to beat Sydney. And look, at the end of the day, when playing finals, probably not. Are we still in the hunt? Yes, we are. And I think with games in hand, games at home, there is a very good opportunity. And looking at our run home, I'm giving us 4 wins based on form. And that's going to bring us to 9 wins, which is obviously not enough. We're going to win 8 out of the last 10 games. It's very unlikely with games against Sydney, games against Fremantle, Melbourne, who are probably gettable at the moment, but when we play them, they'll probably be red hot and ready to go. And obviously, there's countless other games there as well that will probably be that fighting for a top 8 spot. Collingwood and Richmond are at the back end of the year as well. So it's going to come down to how badly we want it. And this week's game against the Swans is probably that one. We're playing at home. We haven't been great at home recently. We've beaten the Dogs. We've obviously beat Essendon and West Coast as well. But, before that, we lost to Melbourne at home. We lost to the Crows. We lost to Hawthorn. And we don't have that fortress. And I'm not expecting a big crowd Saturday. It is beautiful weather, and it's going to be 18 degrees. It's going to be sunny, as I said in the intro. It's a perfect day for footy, Saturday afternoon. A lot better of a time slot than, say, a Sunday twilight or even a Saturday twilight as well, because there's an opportunity for young fans to get there, and being on a Saturday, and uni students as well who are going to be on break. It's a great opportunity to get down. Unless you're playing footy yourself, there's no reason why you shouldn't be there. So it's going to be one of those games. But Sydney, as I said, they're going to have some key pillars come back in. Tom Hickey with the ruck stocks, but also Buddy Franklin is going to be making his appearance back at the Adelaide Oval. And we remember the game last year against the Swans, round 15. It was wet. It was high scoring. We were pretty good for the majority of the day. There were 2 top 8 sides going hard at it. And Scotty Lycett kicking the winner. We don't have Scotty Lycett this week, but his workmanlike game style and the way he moves the ball, and he can actually get a nice decent tap ruckman in there. He would be handy this week, but that's why I suggest bringing in a ruckman. I know Finlayson and Dixon did a pretty handy job, but I don't want Dixon in the ruck with his ankles and just returning to the game. I want him down forward, down deep, putting the defensive pressure on the Sydney Swans defensive unit, because I think they're very much gettable. There's been scores against them that have been absolutely mental. Richmond scoring 100 points, they still lost that game. They've been gettable as well. We've seen the Gold Coast get them. They lost to Brisbane at home as well. And I think whilst we're not that calibre, I feel like, if we can expose them down forward, because our defensive unit, I think, will hold up against their forwards. But it's the likes of Paddy McCartan down there. It's him intercepting the ball, and the way we go inside 50, we know that if you want to get back in form as an intercept player, play against Port Adelaide, because you're going to be taking intercept mark against intercept mark, and it's just not how you want to play footy. But I think the height stocks, bringing in Georgiades, with Finlayson playing that predominant ruck role, and Sam Powell-Pepper helping around the ground, Dixon down forward, Georgiades might be another key acquisition to be kicking the ball to, and at minimum creating a contest. Because against Richmond last week, we didn't create a contest. We just bombed it in long, hope for the best. It was actually worse than what we normally were, because we bang it in long, and there's 3 Richmond players and none of us. And if there was one of us, it's Robbie Gray. And Robbie Gray's a crafty one-on-one player. He's not a one-on-3 player that's going to be in. And I'm really disappointed in the way people have reacted with Robbie's game, because he was laying tackles, putting the pressure on inside 50. Yeah, he only had 6 touches. But the way he applied the pressure inside 50 was better than most that were down there already. We need a small, crafty forward. He's the one. We know how well he's been playing, I feel. And people don't give him credit for, because we like to bash on our veterans having a really bad game and saying, oh, they're done. When 4 weeks prior, he's kicking goals against Essendon, he's kicking goals against Geelong in a losing outfit, he kicks the winning point against St Kilda. His game against the Western Bulldogs was awesome, and he was roughing up 20 touches a game. It's these moments that we say, hey, Robbie's in a different league now. He's not that crafty 30 touches, 3 goals type operator. He's your 10-15 touch player, kicks 2 goals a game, and he's crafty up forward. This is where we need him most, because selection's going to be crucial, as I said, and I definitely do hope that Stephen Motlop does not play this week. You can't survive playing a game of footy, giving away 2 free kicks and having 3 touches for the game. Not acceptable at AFL level. And as a small forward in a game where small forwards pretty much were the difference, Stevie Motlop's got to go. And for my selection this week, 2 changes. Dersma comes in with Georgiades. Dumont obviously out with a calf injury, and Motlop goes out as well. I don't think we bring in the ruckman. I like the way Finlayson went about it. I think he moves around the ground well. Dixon maybe has a chip in every now and then, but with Sam Hayes not being that move around type ruckman, he can't cover the ground as well. And I think Teakle, whilst he's there as an option, probably gets another go and see how he goes in the Maggie's game again, and then maybe next week against the Gold Coast Suns, you bring him in as a debutant, and it'll be great to see. But that's what I'm thinking, and I'm actually thinking as well as a tip for this game. I'm thinking we win. But fans, I said it last week against the Tigers that we'd win by 16 points, but I don't know. It's just the feeling I get. It's going to be one of those games where it'll be a lot tougher to pick than normal, or we could get absolutely pumped. Either way, something will happen. I'm tipping us by 13 points in a nail-biter, and one of the nail-biters we actually win. Well, Port fans, that's my preview of round 14, Port Adelaide versus Sydney. Let me know in the comments below your thoughts on this game. It's going to be an absolute ripper, I think, Saturday afternoon at the Adelaide Oval. So I will see you there, and make sure you subscribe to the channel if you're new, for plenty more Port Adelaide and AFL content coming away through the rest of the year. Subscribe to the channel, especially because we're going to get 5k before season's end. Only 300 odd to go. So tell your Port mates, tell everyone, get on the pair. Some exciting content. So looking forward to seeing you in the next video. My name's Anthony, and as always, come on the pair.